let me say a few things now, right? Because I've got a few things to say about this, because there's been so many so many questions about what are you talking about David Moyes? What are you talking about? This is David.
Do you want to give him the red card?
Oh, he's back.
More than a red card.
Oh,
but no, we don't
promote violence.
I'm not going to sit here and turn around and say Moyes out, Moyes out, Moyes out. I'm Moyes neutral, as I said all the time, right? But look around this table now and look at what was happening on Sunday. Yeah, look at what was the mauling he was taking, the decisions he'd made, what he's done to strip us of any confidence in terms of. Why are you
Do
playing?
the players have to get some blame though as well, or is it all?
Yeah,
Moyes?
they all need the blame.
Okay.
They all need the blame. They need to lock themselves in a room and have a proper discussion, because what David Moyes has done is he's drained every last bit of competition, pride, desire, because he's stripped the squad. They know that if they're not in his plans, they're not playing, regardless of if there's positions missing. What has Cornet done?
That's what my
What has
question was.
Cornet done?
Scored
What's
recently,
this guy done?
He scored recently.
Where is
What has
he?
Danny Ings had a decent game against Sheffield United? Struggled. In the next interview, he's turning around and going, "Well, Danny's eager to please, and he's eager to get back to the player he used to be, but he just needs some minutes. Hasn't played since." Like, this is mental. This is crazy. You know what I mean? You're losing 4-0 at half time. There's 2 attacking players there of any worth, and he's bringing on Aaron Cresswell for Emerson.
Yeah, that was taking the piss.
He's playing Ben Johnson left wing.
That's mad.
And you let Ben Rama with 4-0 go.
Yeah,
That's
but
what's
why?
crazy.
When I saw Ben
And
Johnson,
what he
that's
did,
what I
and this is what I was saying afterwards, right? There is no every single one, right? And Arsenal fans are pissing me off. I'm going to be honest, they're pissing me off because everything that they ever do is it seems to be set by a narrative that they won't divert from. They're commenting me going, "Why are you so salty about Rice leaving?" Have I ever been salty about Rice leaving? Me personally,
Not you personally.
No,
I've
you
never seen
never,
that.
ever.
Not you
They
personally.
don't know anything else to say. They just go down one path and they say, "Oh, you're salty, you're salty." Who gives a shit?
To be fair,
we beat
you
you
were
already
eating rice.
twice.
Oh.
Yeah. No, that is it. You get the same amount of points for a 2-0 win as you do for a 6-0 win. Congratulations. That was a great performance, and I really, really was impressed by Arsenal. But the West Ham narrative at the end of the day is you've got to be able to see it. And if I go round to all 19 other clubs, right, and they turn around and go, "What are you talking about David Moyes?" Ask yourself this. If he was at your club, would you take him? Right
Been
now?
there, Nicky.
No.
No.
Hold on. So you're not going to take him because of the style of play. You're not going to take him at Liverpool, Chelsea for the style of play, for the way that he goes about it. However, how he
Who would
has
take
got,
him?
how
Who
he-
would take him?
I wouldn't take him, no. But how he has
Tell
got,
me a club now that would take him.
There's many teams in the Premier League that would take him.
Sheffield United.
Look, any team in the any team that's in the bottom half that
Brentford.
wants to be elevated into
Palace.
a European team, as he's done at West Ham, as he's done at Everton, he's won a trophy in Europe. He's got to a semi-final Europa League. I'm sorry, we're not going to just strip David Moyes of
You got
this
shares in
manager
it?
that needs to go and be a pundit
You're
on Sky
passionate.
Sports, go do Monday Night Football. This is a manager who's
Is
fully
he a manager?
qualified.
Is
and
he
he's
a manager
taken-
that
he's
any
taken
of the
you as far
19
as
teams in
you
the
can
Premier
go?
League would actively
Yes,
pursue?
100%.
Actively
I-
pursue.
I- I- I-
Actively,
do you know what
100%
what's happened? Do you know what's actually
100%.
happened?
If they've got any brain
Do
cells
you know
in
what's
their
actually
head, they will
happened?
go
Do you
for
know
it.
what's
for
actually
sure.
happened? And this is actually quite sad, right?
Let me just
Go on,
let me
no,
just-
go on.
I'm going to put.
Yeah,
I'm going
carry
to
on.
put. some-
Carry
right.
on.
We're the 7th. We've got the 7th highest wage bill in this Premier League.
That sounds like the ownership's problem.
No, how is it the ownership's problem?
They're the one that put him
He's
on the
choosing
salary.
the players.
He doesn't negotiate the salaries. Is he across the table? Is this EA Sports career mode?
But we're not talking about someone like at the bottom of the table or Sheffield United that are paying pittance to their
Yeah, but
players.
you're
You're
sixth.
talking about a club that are 7th.
Seventh. So seventh.
Seventh. They're the 7th highest spenders in the Premier League over when David Moyes has been in charge.
Higher net spend than Liverpool.
Yes.
Klopp's-
Does
So do you think
this
you
look
should be
like
higher?
a
Do you think
team?
you should be higher
Does
at the
this look
table?
like a team in a shape that has got them stats attached to it?
But do you think you should
Do
be?
you
Do you think you should be in
that
Champions
he-
League? Do you think you should be in Champions
If you
League?
think that somebody else, like a Brighton manager who had the same stats, would be in the same position as it stands, getting beat 6-0 by Arsenal
I've
on your
seen
own
Brighton
patch,
get battered. I've seen Brighton get
I
battered
don't-
under De Zerbi. I've seen that defence
with
wide
the
open.
same money spent and the same.
No, not the same
time.
money spent, but I've seen that defence wide open.
I'm
for
sorry.
De Zerbi.
I'm sorry.
It's been wild.
But,
Can I-
you know,
can I-
it- it
bad
needs
things
to-
have
You
happened.
need to have a look at yourself.
I
and-
could name 3
You need
clubs
to
that
have a
would
look at
take him.
yourself.
I
Have a look at
think
yourself.
what's happening
Find
here
Christ,
with
find
David
the Lord.
Moyes is actually quite sad. this is how I see
sad.
what's happened. No, well, because you're pissed off, I get it, yeah? You've just had yesterday was awful, and that's like a new low, yeah?
This has been a result that's been waiting to happen.
Right,
I'm sorry.
I hear that, Nick, but here's the thing, yeah? It's hard, from an outsider looking into West Ham, the thing is, like, it feels like what Matisse is saying, was like, well, last time I checked, West Ham were around 6th or 7th. How much better can West Ham get? And to be fair play if you're saying, well, no, we do think we can be better, because you do have to change, like, you can't keep having victim mentality of that's our ceiling. But I feel that David Moyes has actually taken West Ham in this version of itself, and now they're trying to evolve into a different type of West Ham, the furthest he can.
Absolutely.
But what he's done in that is incredible.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, he should be having the statue outside the London
Oh.
Stadium. First trophy in 50 years,
I'm
mate.
sorry, mate. I'm sorry.
And you're trying to
That's
hound
not
him
gonna
out.
go well.
That's
That's not going to go down
Give me a
well.
statue, mate.
sorry.
Oh.
So you don't sing Champions of Europe, you'll never sing that because of him.
It's not because of him. Why
How
do you
did he
think
do
it's
it then?
because of him?
Nah. So
Why
you're
do
not
you
going to
think
give
it's
him any
because of
credit?
him?
Gotta give him
for
some
delivering
credit,
that?
Nick.
Is he not
The
going to get
season
credit?
before-
Did I ever say I wasn't going to give him any
The
credit?
season
but
before, you went close to
reason.
Europa.
Back-to-back
Then they went and won
Isn't
the
the reason?
Like, come on, he's got to get his
He's giving you some of the best times of your life as a West Ham
That
fan.
night you told me about in Prague
true.
wouldn't have been possible without him.
Nicky, I remember I was Nicky, when it was
I'm
a
sorry,
party,
I'm not
I was
having
so
this.
happy.
That
watching
sounds
We got
your
something
good
David
night,
Moyes.
you know.
We need
I
to
was
get
happy watching Nicky relive it. He was like, the best time of my life. I can't.
He had a great
I've
time.
seen the West Ham fans like,
Carried
in
right
my
on.
lifetime, I never thought I would see West Ham do this. Thank you, Jared Bowen. Thank you, Declan Rice. Thank you, David Moyes. And now it's like, he's the worst ever. Get out of my club.
You'll win 1-1.
Who's allowed you to say that? Who's allowed you to say that? Even Spurs couldn't have done this.
I don't know.
To be fair,
I've got to stick up for Nicky a little bit,
We had
though,
won
'cause-
trophies before that.
But it was bad yesterday. I'm not saying it wasn't. but-
Watching that game, yeah.
Shocking performance.
It was terrible.
West Ham were
It was terrible.
I was gonna say, I don't want not rubbing salt in the wound, especially
Go on, rub it.
No, he's a big
Salt and
bloke.
pepper.
He's a
Salt
big
and
bloke to
rice.
me, right? I don't want to go to war with
Come on,
Nicky,
man.
right?
In your hair.
But
Salt and pepper.
like, they were shit. Like they were. We were great. We were brilliant. Really, really good. They were awful. There was nothing. I didn't know. You know what I think's overdone is.
Set pieces.
Well, no, I was going to say people will go in like, what's the plan? Everyone always kind of says that. Like sometimes there's a plan they didn't execute to. I actually didn't know what they were trying to do. Were you trying to park the bus? Were you trying to press us? I didn't. And I was watching, I couldn't believe how comfortable we were. And I also had to change a few things, like Zinni wasn't available, we thought he might be. Jesus wasn't available. Thomas Parker, we knew about Thomas Parker. Who else? On the day, Smith Rowe wasn't available. Tom Yasu, we thought we'd have.
Jesus.
No Vieira, no Smith Rowe. So actually, we went in, listen, still a very good 11. We actually had to tweak a few things ourselves. You wouldn't think we were doing anything different. We looked so bloody comfortable. West Ham didn't get anywhere near us. And then I think the bit that for me tells you that something's really kind of gone wrong on the managerial side is that 15 minutes before half time. You can lose 6-0 and you're 3-0
First goal
down
was
in the
32
70th and
minutes.
then you kind of capitulate. But it was that capitulation 15 minutes because West Ham kind of did okay up until minute 20, 25. We were sort of feeling our way into it. But once we got that second penalty, they just didn't know how to regroup. And then the changes, was it Mavropanos on for Zuma, I think?
Yeah.
Like Ben Johnson out on the left when you just let Ben Rama go. Did I hear Dan Lawler say something? Ben Rama says something about the intensity in training
Yes,
out in Lyon.
yes.
Like,
Well, it's better than West Ham.
I'll give him credit, David Moyes, but I see the problems there. And this has been coming. People have actually been talking about have their performances actually been leading up to this kind of result. At the Emirates, when you beat us 2-0, it's very hard to come with chest after you've lost 2-0 at home to West Ham. We take our chances. That's another 5-0 or 5-2. All right. But my point is, even that day, we were carving them open time and time again. But, you know, you were resilient and you found a way or whatever, and credit for what you did that day. But this has been somewhat coming a little bit.
We've been very reliant on sticking 8 men behind the ball against whoever we play. Yeah. And relying on Kudus, Bowen and Paquetá when he's in the side.
Yeah.
As soon as one of
Set
them,
pieces.
Paquetá is the only creativity we've got. There is no other creativity. He's out. We can't create nothing. You see the distance yesterday. We conceded 6. You've got Bowen and Kudus here. Everyone else back past the halfway line. And you're letting them play around you like that.
The only is that before half time.
There was no threat on the break. There was nothing.
There was nothing.
When
Is
that
it?
happened-
No, there was
It's
nothing.
safe.
You see, because West Ham have bought like more exciting players now and better quality players now, is that like past Moyes' remit then? Do you think?
He don't know
is,
how to
yeah,
play.
yeah.
He does
Nicky
not.
said that early on.
He
in
wants
the
him
season.
McTominay and
He
Maguire.
said that early on.
Yeah,
Don't know
yeah,
how
that's
to,
what he
he
wants.
don't
That's
know
what he
what
wants.
to do with
Yeah.
them. He
Yeah.
wants them to play a certain way, and he's got a couple of players there that are real quality. Yeah, Paquetá, he'll be gone.
Yeah,
So-
because nearly gone.
He's a great
summer, isn't he?
Yeah. Bowen, probably
Tied him
because of his
down.
family situation, he might stay for a little while.
Danny
longer.
Dyer's not going to allow him.
No, that's it.
He won't force it.
Call
He'll
out
be like
someone.
Rice. He won't
Yeah,
force it.
yeah, he
And
won't
then if
force it.
happens,
But
happens.
what I'm saying is, like,
Liverpool?
once he gets any type of
Perfect.
quality
Perfect for him.
that that needs a little bit of, what's the word? Enticing. You know, you need to get the best out of him. He don't know how to do that. All he knows is how to do is that basic, old school.
Up to Fellaini.
Yeah, like up to Fellaini, flick it on and hope someone gets on the end.
Tim
That's,
Cahill
that's
tapping,
all he knows.
yeah.
He's pumping long balls up. And you saw this. He's pumping long balls up to Bowen. It's shot
Yeah.
you. With all due respect.
Wow.
No,
That's
that's not
nasty.
it's not a dig.
No,
but when you're up
that's
against
the reason
when
I'm
you're
not
up
willing.
against-
doesn't mean that.
That's the reason I'm not
No,
biting
he's
back
just a little
because I'm
funny, though,
I'm
isn't it?
when
shorter.
you're
I
up
don't
against
want
only
to.
little.
Gabriel and Saliba.
Don't give it. That's nasty. You've been horrible in this
He's
stream.
only little. Leave him.
I love him. That's
Now that's nasty.
not a dig, mate.
Just
It's not a dig at all.
little.